Hey guys, it's Danny. So we're back in business, up to our normal schedule. I'm back from vacation, so today I'm gonna show you my orchids, tell you how I kept them in check while I was gone. Maybe this will give you some ideas for the future as well. So we were gone for about a week. And first things first, hydration. I needed to keep my orchids well watered because I do prefer to water them myself, especially in this setup. So what I did was to keep them soaking wet. And how I did this? Well, I have to tell you, my setup kinda helped me in this department. So before I left, I watered everybody completely. I saturated the pot until water came dripping in the tray and accumulated in the tray. But this is not all. After a few hours, the water in the tray got sucked up by the pot itself and the medium. So after a couple of hours, what I did was come back and fill the trays with water once again. I normally don't do this, but since this was a special occasion, I did keep them dripping wet. And this resulted in orchids that were hydrated for 6 days. Yesterday when I came back, everything was dry once again. No harm done, nothing rotted, so no worries in that department. Now, if your orchids are in bark or a mixture of bark and moss, this can work as well. Bark doesn't necessarily wick up that much water, but it can keep some humidity in the pot, even though not ideally. However, I did do this a couple of years ago when I was gone for 2 months or something, and it kinda worked. Not as good as this setup, but it did work. So if you go on vacation, make sure you get some trays that maybe are a bit taller and just place water there, leave it there. If you're just gone for a week, nothing bad will happen to the roots that are at the bottom of the pot. You do want a lot of hydration while you're gone, especially if you know you have a dry environment or a warm environment, and this is the best solution that I came up with. Alrighty, so the watering part was pretty easy. Now let's talk temperature. So we did manage to get an AC a couple of days before we actually left. However, you kind of always need a few days to know how much you should keep your AC on and what temperature you should leave it on, especially if you're dealing with a big chamber. And we didn't have those days. Luckily, my boyfriend is a tech geek, so what we have is a little wireless device that has a built-in thermometer. It also comes with an app, which I will show you. But what this device does is control everything that has a remote control. ACs have remote controls, and practically we were able to monitor the temperature in the greenhouse and actually act on the AC. Now you have the name of this device and a link for purchase in the description below if you're interested. But let me show you the app of this device. So as I was saying, you can add multiple devices that have a remote control. We only added the AC so far, but with this little app, you can check the temperature in the greenhouse right now, and you can turn off or turn on the AC. And I'm pretty sure you can control the temperature. If you want to set it on a lower temperature, you obviously can. We just didn't have time to properly understand and learn this application. However, this is how we monitor the temperature in the greenhouse, and also we were able to there we go. And anyway, we were able to turn on and off the AC if we needed to. Now, I didn't talk much about the light in my greenhouse. I will at some point. It's a learning curve for me as well. I will make a video at some point about the light, but the light was monitored as well. All the lights under my shelves are plugged in a digital plug or a timer, which I'll show you right now. There you go. This is the timer. The blue light right there indicates that the lights work, and right now the lights are closed. So you can obviously control the lights from the timer as well, but this thing also has an application. And that was a photo about my gnat. And this is the app. You can actually control it as well. However, it doesn't work based only on internet. It's a network thing. But if you are in the same house with your devices, you can just control it by the press of a button. There we go. And this is what we used. However, it doesn't work long distance. You need to be in the same network, but you can definitely schedule this plug to turn on and off at specific hours, and that's what we did. We didn't really need to check it because it just acts like a normal programmable plug. The only thing we couldn't really control was the humidifier and the mini greenhouse, but what I did was again top them off with water and leave the greenhouse open. And what this did is keep the humidity in more than in the shelves and also benefit from the AC. It worked, it's okay, but there was nothing we could actually control from a distance in this setup. Now my orchids all did very well. There was no real sign of dehydration, and also I have some surprises that I would like to show you right now. So here we have a Tolumnia, which I see has developed a flower spike. When I left, this was not here, so it grew really fast. This is the Tolumnia dapple. However, the best surprise of all is the Hoya. Remember, I did an update actually on the Hoyas, and I was telling you that I'm not sure if they're gonna bloom. Well, they will. Let's give you guys a close-up here. This is the peduncle inflorescence, however you want to call it. So it started to develop, this one and this one here. This is on the Hoya pubicalis red buttons. So it's going to be a beautiful Hoya. I cannot wait to see it in bloom. I'm so happy it decided to actually start growing the flowers once again. And they actually develop really fast. These were not here when I left, but they are here now. And I suspect that maybe in about 2 weeks we're gonna have full blooms on these Hoyas, so I'll make a video then. But for now, I'm really happy. It means they adjusted to the climate. They like the way they are grown for the moment, so it just makes me really happy. Not sure if I showed you, maybe I kept it as a surprise, but the Gongora decided to put out another flower spike. I think I did tell you this in another video, but the flowers are developing, and again in about a week or two I might have a video on the Gongora as well, which is very good news. And this is about it for now. I didn't really check everybody, but I'm back now to tend for my orchids and shoot videos for you guys on a daily basis. By the way, I couldn't really respond to all of your comments while I was gone, so give me a few days. I need to catch up. There are a lot of comments. If I didn't reply to your comment just yet, sorry about that. Give me a bit of time and we'll catch up with the comments as well. Thank you guys for watching. If you'd like to see more orchid videos from me and stay up to date, simply subscribe to my channel. I post on a daily basis when I'm not on vacation. Also, feel free to leave me comments, suggestions, or questions you might have in the comment section below and I'll get back to you. And if you ever want to send me a letter or a plant, to do so at the address you see on the screen and in the description below. Choose an option on the screen if you'd like to visit my website orchidnature.com or watch another orchid video, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for joining. I'll see you next time. Bye!